This was Survivor Chef Action 2, Sabrewulf versus Jon Talbain, Death Battle, Killer Instinct versus Darkstalkers. I don't know a lot of those series, so I'm interested to see learn more about some characters in this series. I'm writing My Hero Theater, Black Detective, Black Hero Tararoki, doing the animated since your match. Like, if you actually horrible, but also, like, I'm not sure if it's gonna be good or not. So let's start 3, 2, 1, play.
Before we get to today's death battle, we just want to thank HBO Max for sponsoring this episode.
Give him the news, Ringmaster. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the animazing world of HBO Max.
And he does stuff on the
It's
other
animation
news
isn't
shows
just
to
for
race.
kids. They have all-time favorites like Robot Chicken, Samurai Jack, and Full Metal
So it's a
Alchemist
racing
Brotherhood.
car.
Wait,
It's
really?
a racing
I
one.
didn't know they have anime.
Time to get your Ghibli fix then. There's a ton on there. Start
Oh,
streaming
that's
today.
cool, actually.
Download the app or
I mean,
visit
I'm
HBOMax.com
sure
to start your
that
free
it's
trial. You got that?
for something that
Okay,
works.
time for the main event. Let's get
There's
this
something
death
of racing
battle
death,
started.
racing death battles, death race shit. She pay attention.
Sir Thomas Brown once said, "Every man is his own greatest enemy, and as it were, his own executioner." For many, every day is a struggle to restrain
Yeah, the
what
werewolf
lies
shit.
within.
Or else you might turn into a big old honking werewolf.
Such as Sabrewulf, the savage wolf man of Killer Instinct.
And Jon Talbain, the Kung Fu Canine Darkstalker. He's with that pool stick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Let's see.
Deep
Cut
in the
those
heart of
tension.
Germany's Black Forest lies the ruins of Sabrewulf Castle, home to a monster of unspeakable ferocity.
I mean, duh, it's called Sabrewulf Castle. What else do you expect?
Old
But that
time
monster
here stuff.
used to be a man, Baron Conrad von Sabrewulf. Once an
It's
aristocrat of wealth
a
and
lot of
status,
countries
his
to
life
count.
would drastically change the day he discovered a secret laboratory
looking
deep
something.
in the castle's bowels.
How's
He
some
stumbled
damn
onto a treasure
monster
trove of monster
hunters?
hunting weapons and relics straight out of his family's secret history.
Including a mysterious large claw, which he accidentally cut himself on. Upon the light of the next full moon, the Baron transformed into...
A vampire!
No, a werewolf. This is the werewolf episode.
Come on, Wiz. Spooky
Okay.
castle in the middle of nowhere. A weird cursed artifact. He's got Vaughn in his name. This is totally a vampire backstory.
Now, that's for next year. On that night,
Excuse me?
Baron Sabrewulf became a bloodthirsty
Mm.
beast.
You know, the name really spurred him from the start there. Almost like it was destiny.
While originating as early as classical
I
antiquity,
thought
the
about-
fable of men turning into wolves under a full moon is a staple of European folklore. Real-life victims of so-called lycanthropy most likely suffered from porphyria, hypertrichosis, or rabies.
Sabi rampaged all over the country, killing everyone he found. Because as a big hairy demon dog, being a werewolf means your strength, speed, and tough hide are off the charts. Oh, and it makes you great at basketball.
With his razor-sharp claws, Sabrewulf can easily tear through solid steel.
Jesus,
Also, any
dude.
one of his cuts can potentially pass his curse to new victims.
But he's pretty happy using those
That's
claws to
terrifying,
brutally
actually.
crush down any foe.
All the
Without
all the
help
dives
to the
for I
skies,
ever
Sabrewulf can
dives
amp
from
himself up, or tap into his killer
Looks
instinct
like
to enter a
vaccination.
feral rage.
Yeah, for
In
revenge.
this
That's-
state, any sense of shame or repression
that's-
is eliminated as he truly becomes
That's
a
how rage,
mindless
'cause it's-
monster. It also
yeah.
increases his chip damage and allows him to cancel auto doubles into other auto.
Yeah, it makes him
Yeah,
even more
okay.
stronger and faster. We
Okay,
get it.
nerd.
To top
Okay,
it off,
nerd.
he can summon
Oh, full of
bats
gore.
that are on fire.
For some
Gotta be
reason.
honest, not sure where this one comes from.
He's
Yeah,
a
don't worry
vampire in
about
a
it.
fursuit. Called it.
After a night of painting the town red with blood, Sabrewulf awoke to the nightmare that would be the rest of his life.
Yeah, he wasn't exactly a fan of the whole werewolf thing, so he did anything he could to stop being a full moon furry. But science and magic couldn't cut it.
He descended into madness, but eventually found a possible savior. Your friendly neighborhood soul-crushing megacorporation.
Yeah.
AKA Evil Walmart. Or just Walmart.
Pretty much.
Ultratech promised Sabrewulf a cure
Jesus,
for his
damn.
lycanthropy. But
Damn.
in reality, their experiments only gave him cybernetic implants in his arms
Cool!
and extended his werewolf form to last indefinitely.
Oh. Also cool?
But Sabrewulf
Tough.
was
Wow.
not wise. In return for a cure that would never come, he agreed to fight on Ultratech's behalf in their Killer Instinct tournament.
What a goober! This moron ran around a creepy castle something sharp like a dumbass, and now he might not even be potty trained. Then he got duped by the most obviously evil company ever to ruin his life even more. This guy is either the unluckiest schmuck on the planet, or just high off his ass on opium.
Actually, he was dangerously addicted to opiates for a time, which only drove him further
Wow,
into madness.
Wow, this guy's
Oh
life
shit.
sucks.
Yeah.
Regardless, Sabrewulf was a fierce competitor. Within the Killer Instinct tournament, he battled and defeated a Nez Perce warrior Thunder, the metallic super soldier, and an actual dinosaur. He's certainly among the high tier of the competition.
Like Tusk, who can summon friggin' meteors out of the sky.
Based on how large this projectile is, its impact should be equivalent to over a kiloton of TNT.
Fucking
Sure,
Christ.
he can't magically call down space rock, but he can survive a hit like that and dish it back. In the tournament, he won 17 fights in a row.
Until he met the warrior monk Jacob.
Protagonist, right? And he got his hairy cheeks slapped by an alien McFlurry named Glacius.
But even after the tournament, Sabrewulf proved strong enough to tear out his own cybernetic implants. While conducting experiments on him, Ultratech's android CEO Arya had noted that the older a werewolf gets, the more vicious and skilled it becomes, while the loss in strength and agility is negligible.
And he proved it in his rematch with Glacius. Who's the clapper of cheeks now, you projectile-spamming snow cone?
Most impressive, considering Glacius once got the drop on Arya, whom, according to an official novella, can react within a nanosecond.
What the fuck?
He's not just your average werewolf,
He's
he's a super werewolf. A fighting tournament ass kicker.
Here we go,
Sadly, always be on the hunt for a cure that doesn't exist. Sabrewulf is one of the most dangerous monsters and men to ever live.
Lunatic is a strange universe, but it's also really...
Welcome to the demon realm of Makai, a dimension inhabited by powerful beings known as
Dark Stalkers.
Basically, your classic Hollywood movie monsters mixed with anime powers.
Makai is ruled by several noble clans,
Not wrong.
including the Kroots,
You're not
a
wrong.
family of beasts,
Like werewolves?
including one prominent member, Baraba the Wolf Lord, who had a son named Galen.
Galen.
Which means hungry wolf. Really thinking outside the box with that one, huh?
Perhaps you prefer his English name, Jon Talbain.
Yeah, but his dad is named a freaking Wolf Lord. That's so
Wolf
awesome it
Lord.
almost makes me
Wow.
forget he's a total deadbeat. Just like my
Galen.
dad. Did I say that out loud?
Things got worse. One of the Wolf Lord's
Yes.
enemies, the
Very
demon
right.
Jeddah, sent an assassin to kill Jon's
One of
mother.
the best teams for
Moms are off limits. Now a
I
werewolf
love the
ain't an
best
orphan.
team, right?
John grew up pretty pissed off at just about everything. Especially the humans that hunted him when he transformed.
In the light of a full moon, Jon can't help but embrace his Kroot's heritage. And under a red blood moon, he risks losing all sense of self and becoming a ravenous beast. Jon's story was about the same as any werewolves, until he happened upon a man who was also half monster, and who defeated Jon in combat.
With martial arts.
Damn it,
Hell
Thompson.
yeah. I keep telling people, the only way to solve violence is
Sorry,
with a good pair of
That's
nunchucks.
what we...
Jon's
That's
new
what we...
friend did not offer violence, but control. Seeing little other option, Jon accepted life with his new sensei.
While we don't know for sure what fighting style he was trained in, based on the time
Maybe.
period,
I'm
location,
good.
and his stance, we can guess that he was learning
I'm good.
Shotokan karate.
Not yet.
Inspired by Bushido and Zen Buddhism, Shotokan Karate's focus is on controlled calm, a strong defense, and a rejection of unnecessary violence. Basically the exact opposite of being a werewolf.
Well,
I
sign me
feel
up
like
for his doggy
I
dojo,
do,
because I have no idea how all that Zen stuff translates to moves like his Climb Chaser and Wild Circular. Rejection of unnecessary violence? My ass, this dude's just showing off.
By embracing his werewolf speed, Jon can bash foes with his nunchaku and move so fast he appears to be in two places at once.
And by tapping into his inner energy, ki, Jon can perform the Beast Cannon and rocket around the room like a doggy meteor of pain. But that's nothing compared to the almighty Dragon
What the
Cannon.
fuck?
Oh yeah,
That's
so
gone.
much for
That's
being
it.
Zen, right? That dragon can incinerate a whole wall.
Jon's training seemed to do the trick, until his master was killed by a group of bandits.
Where was your flaming dragon there, man?
Enraged yet again by the cruelty of mankind, but tempered by his master's compassion, Jon became conflicted over his role in a morally gray world, unwilling to fight, but always ready.
And by combining his martial arts skills with his natural werewolf powers, he became a wolf man to be reckoned with.
His razor-sharp claws can slice through steel, and even punch
Like a
old and
famous-
powerful darkstalkers like Lilith.
He's also got
Jesus.
those great doggone senses like super hearing and
Oh god, the
smell.
To
confused.
demonstrate, I've modulated dummy senses up to the same degree as those of a wolf.
I see you find my frequent humiliation amusing.
Oh, I do. Oop.
In open climates, wolf ears can hear sounds up to 10 miles away.
Boomstick, somebody's outside stealing your dune buggy.
No, wait, really?
And their sense of smell is over 100 times greater than that of a human.
Aw.
Oh good, the thief got away.
What did you smell that told you that?
Salt. Lots and lots of salt.
Wow.
Nothing but grit in a thick layer of what I'm sure is unreasonably soft fur.
I'm going
Just
Sabrewulf.
what is ridged behind the ear.
I'm going with
John has
Sabrewulf,
survived an
possibly.
onslaught of missiles from the monster hunter BB Hood. Wait. Who gave Little Red Riding Hood
BB Hood?
military grade ordnance? I want to shake their hand.
We've
BB
seen
Hood,
John dodge
bitch.
bullets up close, but he's bragged about being as fast as light speed.
Sure, Jan.
That's
I mean,
it.
John.
And he can take down these 5,500-pound alien robots called
what's wrong with
Beetles, which can fly through
Very
outer space.
Sabrewulf on this.
Also, it's worth mentioning that Darkstalker society is broken up into different classes based on the strength and power of the individual.
John is a B-plus class Darkstalker, which is way above average, so it makes sense to compare him to other B-plus classers to gauge his limits.
Like Anakaris, who sank all of ancient Egypt underground.
Or QB, who could lift a massive beehive high above this castle.
Based on its size relative to the castle, this hive would have to weigh over 30 million tons.
That's like lifting over 300 aircraft carriers. And John's
Star
way more
Sabrewulf,
tech than
honestly.
she is. And imagine getting stung by one of those bees.
Even with his
I'm going
amazing
Sabrewulf
power,
on
after
this.
decades
Sabrewulf's
of
gonna
toil,
win this,
John
dude.
had resigned himself to a
Sabrewulf's
life
gonna
of
win
misery
this.
and solitude.
Until he met the cutest cat girl around.
Sabrewulf's
Now,
gonna...
we all know cats are usually super evil and Satan's presence on Earth, but
Jesus,
taught him
it's
that
like
humans actually aren't so bad.
Sabrewulf.
Wait. So years of martial arts discipline couldn't temper his bad
Sabrewulf
side,
is gonna
but
win this, I
getting
think.
laid did? You know what? I believe him.
As far as we know,
I
they're
mean-
just friends.
Yeah, and I'm sure the internet could give you 34 good reasons why that's bullshit, Wiz.
Wow.
Despite what DeviantArt thinks, Felicia would help
Jesus.
John conquer his dark side.
Jesus.
Like, he literally fought his dark side and killed it. I always thought that was supposed to be like metaphor stuff, but I guess that is the
Nope.
weirdest thing we've talked about.
And with that victory,
Sabrewulf's
John finally
gonna win
claimed
this.
dominance
Sabrewulf's gonna
over
win
his
this.
monstrous identity and committed himself to a life of compassion.
But John will always be a Darkstalker. If he relapses, he'll be as deadly as ever.
There will always be a monster inside of him,
I
just
think-
waiting to be let
Yeah,
loose.
Sabrewulf's gonna win this, I think.
Existence with humans is impossible. That is why we are called Darkstalkers.
I think Sabrewulf's gonna win this one,
Alright, the
dude.
combatants are set, and we've run the data through all
Sabrewulf's
the
gonna win this one,
possibilities.
dude.
But speaking of howling in the middle of the night, let's talk about Blue Chew.
This episode is sponsored by
Yeah.
Blue Chew.
Since
Blue
Sabrewulf's
Chew
gonna win
is a
this,
fast
dude.
and easy way to enhance
I'm
your
wrong,
performance so
I
you're
really
always ready
have a
to go.
steak on
Blue
either
Chew
side of
brings
me.
you the first chewable with the same FDA-approved active ingredients
Let's
as
see if
Viagra
I'm right or
and
not.
Cialis. You can take them day or night, full stomach or empty, anytime when
Let's
the
see if it's
opportunity
okay.
arises.
Try
Blue Chew
yeah,
is
it's
prescribed
great.
online by licensed physicians,
right,
so you
well,
don't have to go to the doctor's office or wait in line
That'd
at
be
the pharmacy.
great.
And it ships right to your door in a discreet package.
And discreet is my middle name. I had to change
Is
it
it?
from Winston after, long story.
Right now, we've got a special deal just for you.
okay.
Visit BlueChew.com and get your first shipment free when you use our special promo code BATTLE. Just pay $5 shipping.
Again, that's
See you, Winston.
BLUEChew.com.
Come on, Sabrewulf, you got my,
Try it free.
got my vote,
Blue Chew is the
Sabrewulf.
better, cheaper
Come on, man,
option.
do
We wanna
it.
thank them for sponsoring the show.
Sabrewulf.
Again, that's BLUEChew.com.
I'm rooting for you, Sabrewulf.
Promo code BATTLE
Come
to
on,
try it
man.
free. But right
Do
now,
it, dude.
It's time for a death battle!
It's done, people, sure. Oh, Jesus.
Me?
I have no forgiveness left, monster.
This music, dude, holy shit. This is a really cool text art, dude. This is a really cool text art. Oh my god. Death metal going in the background? Some fucking death metal in the background. Some sort of death metal shit in the background. I can find there's fucking death metal. Just like death metal going in the background. Holy shit. I go with the song. I go with the song is not much. That's also the best time to see it. Just too much of his teeth. This is pretty hype actually. Yeah. Sounds like I'm working. But so I got waiting Jon Sabrewulf do toss for later year. Let's see if it's fun to survive. Jesus Christ. Oh my god, so that's crazy Chicago. Jesus Christ. Oh shit.
Tonight, I'll make an exception.
Yeah, unfortunately, I was wrong. It's not much. I should have counted for the blood moon. Should have counted for the blood moon. That's
I think
unfortunate.
I need to see a therapist to tell them how awesome that was.
Sabrewulf was a ferocious
A little worried, you know,
Jon had a lot
so
going for him in most regards.
I should
Jon was
have
trained in
counted
different
for the
martial arts and practiced them for decades, while
should
Sabrewulf
have
relied
counted
entirely on
for the
instinct.
blood moon.
You mean
Honestly.
killer instinct, eh?
And
But hey, remember how Sabi defeated Glacius, who attacked Arya in less than a nanosecond?
Technically, that puts Sabrewulf's reaction capability well within light speed, which Jon claimed he could match.
But that was just bragging, right?
Hardly. Those Huitzel units Jon fought were capable of flying across the galaxy, hundreds of millions of light years in only a short time. This is important because fellow
Fair
Darkstalkers
enough.
Morgan and Dimitri have intercepted Huitzels in mid-flight combat.
Yeah, those two are A-classers, but B-plus Darkstalkers like Jon have kept up with the higher classes in speed plenty of times. Hell, BB Hood can, and she's a C-class.
When it comes to the Darkstalker class system, speed is much less a factor than power and energy levels. To be frank, even if Jon was half Morgan's speed, he'd still be faster than Sabrewulf. So, if anything,
Fair enough.
he wasn't
Partially.
bragging enough.
He was way stronger, too. QB's also a B-plus Darkstalker, and she lifted that 30 billion ton beehive. Way more than anything Sabrewulf can pull off. And when it came to ranged options, I think a Flaming Inferno Key Dragon
Yeah.
alone discount fire bat.
yeah, the
any day.
blood moon. I should.
While his application is different, we can gauge the level of ki Jon has at his disposal by factoring Anakaris sinking all of Egypt.
So the only logical thing to do was measure the total weight of ancient Egypt. No, really.
What the
We
fuck?
did that.
Most buildings in the period were made of clay bricks.
Are
and
you
about 4.3
fucking
meters tall.
kidding me?
Adding the known volume of the pyramids
Are you
and additional land,
insane?
we
Are
determined
you
Anakaris
insane?
had to be strong enough to move a civilization weighing over 1
Are you insane?
trillion tons.
What the
And that's
fuck?
not even counting all the people or cats. They got a shitload of cats. Now that sounds crazy for an old school horror monster like a mummy or a werewolf, but Darkstalkers aren't quite like the classics.
At this fight's core, though, Jon won because of the kind of werewolf he was. Through years of struggle, Sabrewulf never found any means to tame his savagery, while Jon had successfully managed to regulate his
Which
one side.
is
A
fair enough,
level of
honestly.
precision, skill, and control the poor Baron couldn't even begin to understand.
I'll say I could've got
Sabrewulf was
some.
vicious and
But I really
unrelenting,
didn't.
but Jon had the training, the power,
Same.
and, yes, the flaming Inferno
Thanks.
Dragons to score a brutal victory.
Turn
Bruno
us
wouldn't
on.
even cut it. I mean, how much blood was that? You know, it had to be at least a gallon.
The winner is Jon Talbain.
I hate you. Choose next.
Thanks for watching this episode of Death Battle. Come back next week to see previews of our upcoming matchups. If you want to watch more stuff, you can click the boxes right around here, and you can always pick up some DV merch at supermonaman.com.
Oh shit. Now it's coming. I heard they had to push it back, right? Just know who they went. I'm going for teats. I get him. I get him. Huh. I'm really sure that one. I guess it's trying to win that, but it depends on who gets it, right? Blue team, who should probably one team, who's going to get shooting up like that, so I'm not sure. Like, it's all versions. Like, I think Blue team should win. Let's see in 2 weeks. I wonder if it's going to be a finale or is it just somewhere after that? Feeling something is finale. Who knows? I don't really have it. That's all. It's just pretty cool. Well, unfortunately, but just pretty fun Death Battle. Also, like Death Battle playing, like, I think it's called Battle Mode, dude. It's like, I mean, for time so dude. It's like, what the hell? That was like some Death Battle shit going on. It's like everywhere, dude. It was that was boring. That was some boring as hell, dude. I mean, he'll say it's character. I just can't wait to see the next Death Battle this tomorrow. It's gonna be pretty fucking crazy, I'm sure. At the end of the video, I would just like to thank my current subscribers on YouTube and my Patreon. And my patrons on Patreon. If you enjoyed the video, please like or comment on the video if you would like to. If you enjoy the channel, please support me and subscribe. You can find the links to my Patreon and Twitter as well as links to reactions and videos in the description down below. If you want to support me on Patreon, please do. There are many rewards you can get, and I appreciate it. And like my favorite anime reviewer would say, sayonara, bye bye.